Unpopular opinions can be about almost anything, even kids' shows, which is why today I've decided to share some of my unpopular Thomas and Friends opinions. Before the video starts, I'm just going to say that everything in this video is just my opinion, so if you disagree with it, and to be fair you probably will, that's grand. I respect your opinion as long as you respect mine back. So with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. Unpopular opinion number 1. I don't get angry when people talk about the Henry dies in the tunnel bullshit. For those of you who don't know, outside the Thomas fandom there's a common misconception that Henry was never let out the tunnel and left to die there, despite being let out in the very next episode. Thomas fans usually get mad at people who make these claims for not fact-checking, and I was guilty of doing that before. But recently I've stopped getting angry and taught myself to laugh at the people who make these claims, knowing that they're wrong. Unpopular opinion number 2. I really like Scarlo and Rheneas' hit era models. Not their personalities, their models. But genuinely, I really like these models because they were the versions of Scarlo and Rheneas I was more familiar with growing up. I love the aesthetics, the weathering's really cool, and the clean variants from Wash Behind Your Buffers are great as well. Can't say the same for the faces though, I don't know why, but they just kinda look a bit childish, reflecting their hit era personalities. So when it comes to narrow gauge faces, I always prefer the Series 4 ones. Unpopular opinion number 3. I don't think some of the alternate liveries for the narrow gauge engines are half bad. I don't really know what people think of liveries like Rheneas' Carmine livery they got in merchandising and magazine stories and Duke's light brown livery, but personally, I quite like them. I don't know why, but they just sit right with me, if you know what I mean. Unpopular opinion number 4. The Series 10 song H is for Harold gets way too much hate. I will admit that the singing's not that great and it doesn't really suit Harold's character, but just as a piece of music, I really like it and I love the calming instrumentation. But it doesn't hold a candle to his 5th series song. So H is for Harold. Certainly not the best song ever, but definitely not the worst. I will admit there is a bit of nostalgia bias here, because as a kid I watched the Songs from Sodor DVD quite a lot, which had this song on it, and I remember loving how cool some of the shots in the video looked. Especially this one. And the final unpopular opinion for today. Mike O'Donnell's engine theme's recording of the song Never 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 Give Up is way better than the original. There are so many reasons why I think Mike's version of this song is better than the original. I think it sounds much better in the lower key, Mike's singing is amazing, and I think this version just has a better beat and feel. And Mike's version also fixes almost all the problems I have with the original. And I apologise for being a bit of a music nerd here. The original is in the key of F major, which is a key I don't really like anyway, so Mike fixed that problem by pitching it down a step. The kid's singing is quite high, which I find a bit unbearable at times, especially in the verses, so Mike's lower voice fixed that problem, and also he's taken out all the unnecessary shouting. So thank you for watching this video. And as I said at the start, all this is just my opinion, so if you most likely disagree with it, that's perfectly fine. Feel free to leave some of your unpopular opinions in the comments, I'd like to hear them. And just before the video ends, while I was making this video, the channel hit a pretty big milestone. The channel hit 250,000 views. I know I've said this several times before, but I seriously cannot thank you enough for watching my content, liking my content, subscribing and sticking around for more. It really means a lot to me. Thank you all very much. Well anyway, it's the end of the video. Thank you all very much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.